Hi, I'm Bart Hansen. I'm the owner and lead instructor for CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the instructions in the video description.
Stakes are 2-5 with a $1,000 max.
Okay, 2-5, 1K max. Yep.
I'm the effective stack at 1410.
Okay, 1410. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
1,410. And the villain covers me. So anyway, the pre-flop, there's a VIP action type player. He's already kind of went busted a couple of times. He's shown up with lots of bluffs on like missed draws on the river. He just tries to blow people away and it doesn't work. So I've seen him bluff quite a bit and give lots of action. So I moved 2 seats to his left intentionally to gain position on him.
Okay.
So anyway, in this particular hand, he's the only person who opens the pot under in the hijack position to $20.
Okay, so hijack to 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm on the button.
Yep.
With the ace of spades, ace of hearts.
Yep.
I decided to charge him a little bit more due to my stack depth and his propensity to gamble.
Okay.
75.
Yep. So you 3-bet to 75?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone folds.
Uh-huh.
And he called.
Okay.
So it was 157 in the pot. The flop comes the 9 of diamonds, 8 of hearts, and the 4 of diamonds.
9 of diamonds, 4 of hearts, 8 of diamonds. Is that right?
9 of diamonds, 8 of hearts, 4 of diamonds.
Yeah, 9 of diamonds, 4 of hearts, 8 of diamonds, right?
The 8 is the heart. The 4 is a diamond.
Okay. 9 of diamonds, 8 of hearts, 4 of diamonds. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you have ace of spades, ace of hearts. So there's 2 diamonds. You don't have the diamond in your hands. 3-bet pot. Guy opened from the hijack. I mean, it's not the best flop in the world, but I mean, I'm certainly betting for sure, right?
Right. He checks. I don't think this is a spot for me to down bet, but I do bet a little more than half the pot at $85.
Okay.
And he gives us a few seconds thought and just calls.
Okay. So check 85 and hijack calls. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So the turn has $327. And the turn is a 5 of diamonds.
Okay.
Certainly not the best card in the world.
Yep.
So anyway, he checks. And this is the point where, I have, some conflicted feelings. I feel I should bet, but the amount is kind of in question for me.
Yeah, this is where the interesting part of this hand when you kind of put it in here, because so it's you get in these spots, right? It's a 3-bet pot, right? So I think that we can both agree, although you can make a large exploit though, Garland, that in theory, like if you had straight raise from the field and then you had somebody who called big heads up in the big blind, it's probably too wide to bet the turn. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if somebody's really wide and they're going to continue to call with worse, then fine too. I mean, it's too wide in a theoretical standpoint to bet the turn because people are supposed to be calling with the right hands pre-flop. Now that doesn't happen. People play way too wide, so you can make, a lot looser value bets. Like I might bet aces on a diamond turn in a single raise pot against the big blind at 5-5 at Hustler. I mean, you should see some of these fucks. Like they're terrible. 5-5 game at Hustler is insane. But in theory, you're not supposed to. Now here in a 3-bet pot, are you supposed to bet the diamond? I mean, here's the thing. Another thing that the solvers have said, just from an equilibrium standpoint, it's actually better to bet the turn here with the diamond. Even though we sometimes say, well, we can check back the turn with the ace of diamonds because we don't want to get blown off of our equity. You can actually bet the turn, but that usually assumes that you're not going to get really raised by a non-nut flush all that much. And you can also call or raise too with the ace of diamonds too. So you're supposed to actually, at an equilibrium standpoint, bet more here with the diamond than without a diamond. But when it comes to actually playing live, I actually do it the other way quite a bit, or I think it yields more EV. And that's the big difference between like GTO optimal or equilibrium and playing, taking lines with maximum, EV. I feel like betting it without the suit would actually yield the higher EV against typical live lineups. I would bet again here for sure. Why not? Why not try to bet and get called by an ace high with the ace of diamonds or an overpair with the diamond in it? Yeah, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
All those hands, they can get called by. And the amount I chose, I thought might have been a little bit excessive, but I'm going to find out if he raises me. I'm done. So I bet 250. So I think it might have been too much. Maybe I should have bet two.
So you bet 250 into like 320, something like that?
327, yeah. 320.
Yeah, I think that's kind of big though, Garland. I mean, I think that I might go for like 130. 130 to 150, yeah. Yeah, because like you don't want to scare away like somebody that doesn't have a diamond in their hand. It sort of forces them to call, continues to call with their pairs and stuff, and an ace high might continue to call here too, especially if it's got like, an ace queen with a diamond in it. But if you bet 250 into 320, that's a pretty big bet in a 3-bet pot. But I mean, listen, like you're certainly going to know where you're at, that's for sure. So you bet 250. If you get raised, if you get raised.
If I get raised, and then I think I still call with his overpairs with the diamond. Certainly, I think that he's loose enough to do that.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't raise me without. He's not going to raise me with a naked, diamond like ace of diamonds or anything like that.
Right.
Or straight or whatever he was going to raise me. Anyway, he raises the 500. I fold instantly. Apparently, I showed my hand and he.
So wait a minute. So hijack min raises, clicks to 500, right? Clicks to 500. By the way, like if that's ever a telltale sign of how this is never a bluff, you've bet really large and he's min clicked a raise, meaning that like this is something. I talk about there are some absolutes in live poker picked about from different just my experience of playing in the last 15 years. When you get min raised against a large bet like this, okay, this is never going to be like the ace of diamonds bluff. Because if somebody wanted to bluff, it would be a lot more. When you get min raised against a large bet, and what I mean by large is it depends on the street and how big the pot size is that because in live poker, you could bet half the pot if the pot is like built up to like 2,000 in a 5-5 game. If you bet 1,000, that's a huge bet. It doesn't equate to like betting 20 into 40. It's the same percentage, right? 50%, 1,000 into 2,000, 20 into 40, but it means two different things. Your bet is huge here in a spot like this, 250 into 320. So when he clicks to 500, it's an almost live poker absolute that he's going to have, well, certainly one pair beat. And a lot of the hands that he might even like slow play, like say he flopped like a set of 9s, 4s, and an 8 somehow and he was slow playing it, I don't think he plays it as a min click. I think it's going to be just a call a lot to your sizing or a larger raise because he's afraid of getting sucked out on, So he must have something here. So you say, it sounds to me like you snap folded, hero folds. Did you find out what he had?
Yeah. I kind of flashed my aces to him and he flashed his queen jack of diamonds.
Okay. I mean, is there anything wrong with bet folding an overpair on a 3 flush board and a 3-bet pot when you're beat? Absolutely not. The only time that would ever be wrong is if you were betting and you couldn't get called by worse, but we know that's not the case. I think you played it fine. I think that the bet size is a little bit large on the turn, but what's wrong with bet folding when these guys call with all kinds of hands they're not supposed to be in there with anyway and continue to call post-flop too? So I don't think you did anything wrong there, Garland. But thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out crushlivepoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA200. Click on the link right there.